Let's get on to the other piece of it. I think a lot of other things to discuss. Maybe Freeze or Himaji, who wants to start?
So both the videos are around 10 to 11 minutes. I have written a notepad, and
yeah, you
to
can
be
go
honest,
through it because I don't really. I mean, it was so long back I did it. I can just chime in.
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll play the video, and after every 5 minutes or 3 minutes, we stop, and I will come in with what I have written down.
Okay, one is a
And
10
I've numbered the video, Varun, 1 and 2. So play the 1 obviously first.
Okay, yeah, I'll play the first
And
one.
I will read out something before or when you start, or just pause it once you start.
So these are just the drugs unseen videos.
Not this one. This one, yeah.
Okay. Should I play now?
I just want to say something before you start this video.
Sure.
And I'll just go off screen and come back again.
Okay.
Okay. So according to me, this is video 1, and according to me, this video is done at sunset time and not at sunrise. This is according to me, okay? Why, I will come to that later. So this is done according to me sunset time. Seems like it's an open balcony, terrace, roof, patio, sun deck, whatever, which Hemaji is also, she's put a picture in which the grills are there behind, so it makes sense. It's an open space. So he's lying in a hammock, or there's a bed or something over there.
Yeah, it's the farmhouse. It's the balcony of the farmhouse.
Balcony, yeah.
Yeah.
So also, I feel when this video was taken, first of all, I would like to ask everybody, why would she leak such videos? Very selected ones. Okay? So I'll say, why were these videos leaked? And they are leaked very planned, strategically, only and only to show that he is bipolar and he is little weird. Not little or whatever, he's weird. He's bipolar basically. Now, who must have recorded this video? Obviously, the person besides Sushant who's in the video speaking. So that's again, it's Rhea, because she's talking to him in this video. Why would you record these videos while talking to him and leak very selectively? Okay? And there's nobody else in this video. It's only both of them. And as Himaji says in this video, that they have been very carefully leaking videos, and she must be having many more, which she will later on bring on to protect and save herself. Now play the video.
Okay. Before I play that, I see a couple of people in the comments saying, please don't play the video. It is very hurtful. Guys, this is important and relevant. So I apologize ahead of time, but I will just play the video so that we can get the context.
हाय गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल। आज थोड़ा हम एनालिसिस करेंगे ये जो 3 वीडियोस अभी जी न्यूज़ ने दिखाया है हमें। वो मैं बता दूं एनालाइज करने से पहले कि ये जो वीडियोस है ये एक्चुअली लीक किए गए। इसका मतलब इसके पीछे कोई स्ट्रैटेजी है, इनको लीक करने के पीछे कोई ना कोई स्ट्रैटेजी है। क्योंकि मैं देख रही थी कि बहुत सारे चैनल्स में वो सोच ही नहीं रहे हैं कि इनको क्यों लीक किया गया है, क्योंकि रिया के पास बहुत सारे वीडियोस होंगे उसके पास, राइट? तो वो स्ट्रैटेजिकली रिलीज कर रहे हैं। जिस तरह से उनका केस चल रहा है उसके हिसाब से लॉयर रिलीज कर रहे हैं। सो अभी वो जो ड्रग्स के में फंसी हुई है, तो ड्रग्स लेने में फंसी हुई है, ड्रग्स को खरीदने में लाइक फाइनेंस करने में फंसी हुई है, और किसी और के लिए लेने में फंसी हुई है। तो ये बहुत सारे जो भी धाराएं पड़े हैं उसके ऊपर, तो उसके हिसाब से एवरीडे जितना डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है उसके हिसाब से ये लोग रिलीज कर रहे हैं। तो ये जो 2 वीडियोस है ये इसलिए रिलीज किया इन्होंने ये दिखाने के लिए कि सुशांत डिप्रेस्ड है, बाइपोलर है और ड्रग्ड है, ये दिखाने के लिए उन्होंने रिलीज किया। बट इसमें स्टोरी कुछ और ही है। स्टोरी, इसको देख के स्टोरी कुछ और ही लगता है। और पहली बात तो मैं बता दूं, ये जो वीडियो मैं पहली बार देखी, ये दोनों वीडियोस, like I really had tears in my eyes. Like I felt so bad for like such a brilliant guy, and the way he looked, or at least the way in what kind of vulnerable situations he's taken these videos. And we don't even know like how many videos जिसमें इससे भी वर्स्ट कंडीशन होगा उसमें ले रहे होंगे। सो पहली बात तो ये पहला वाला वीडियो हम एनालाइज करेंगे। फर्स्ट सिनेरियो ये है कि ये हो सकता है कि इसमें ऐसे ही मजाक मजाक में और बहुत प्यार भरी बातें जैसे बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड करते हैं वैसा कुछ हो रहा हो। जैसे लाइक यू नो व्हेन यू स्पेशली व्हेन यू गेट अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, सुबह उठो तो तुम्हारा आवाज भी इतना नहीं होता, राइट? आवाज थोड़ा दबा दबा रहता है। तो वो एक सिनेरियो हो सकता है कि इस वीडियो में कुछ भी नहीं है, कि ऐसे ही वो फन में बात कर रहे हैं और इसको वो पूरा टर्न कर रही है ये दिखाने के लिए हमें कि ऐसा हुआ था। वो एक सिनेरियो हो सकता है। बट दूसरा सिनेरियो, जिस तरह से वो मैनिपुलेट कर रही है, जिस तरह से वो उसको बोल रही है कि तुम बहुत क्यूट दिख रहे हो, तुम बहुत हैंडसम हो, जिस तरह से वो बोल रही है, वो जो वर्ड्स है ना, जिस तरह से वो बोल रही है, वो प्यार वाले वर्ड्स है नहीं। वो जिस उसमें इंटेंशन पता चलता है, उसमें पता चलता है कि वो मैनिपुलेट कर रही है। सो लाइक वो अपने काइंड ऑफ कंट्रोल में ले रही है उसको, ये सब बोल के लाइक प्यार से कंट्रोल में ले रही है। जैसे सब बोल रहे थे ना कि वो ब्लैक मैजिक कर रही थी, ये ब्लैक मैजिक, डोंट टॉक अबाउट ऑल दोस, क्योंकि वो सब हमारा क्रेडिबिलिटी खराब करता है। व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट ब्लैक मैजिक एंड ऑल दैट, वो सब एग्जिस्ट करता होगा बट मैं खुद बिलीव नहीं करती हूँ वो सब में। तो ये ब्लैक मैजिक नहीं है, ये ड्रग्ड वाला मैजिक है। ये उसको ड्रग करके उसको पूरा अपने काइंड ऑफ इतना प्यार देते हैं ना उस टाइम कि उसको पता नहीं चला है। उसके प्यार में वो पूरा डिस्गाइज होके सब कुछ कर रही थी। तो एंड वो जो प्यार के इतने भूखे होते हैं उनको पता नहीं चलता है, वो ऐसे ही उसके अंदर चले जाते हैं। जैसे इफ यू रिमेम्बर कंगना के इंटरव्यू में भी कंगना ने जिस तरह बोला था कि वो क्यों ड्रग करना शुरू की, राइट? उसको ड्रग इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया और वो उसके साथ एक रिलेशन बन गया उसका, और फिर दोनों लेते थे। फिर वो कंट्रोल करने लगता है उसको, एंड वो भी उसमें लाइक डीप होने लगते हैं, वो भी चले जाते हैं उसके नीचे। सो दैट इज हाउ इट हैपेंस, बिकॉज आफ्टर दैट दे बिकम एडिक्ट्स, राइट? जो यहाँ पे बैकग्राउंड है, इफ यू सी दिस, ये एक्चुअली किसी ने ऑलरेडी प्रूव कर दिया कि ये उनका फार्म हाउस जो है जो कि पुणे में है, वो बैकग्राउंड है। कान भी दिखाओ, हमारे कान किस कलर के हैं? तुम किस कलर के हो? इसमें वो जो
stop your word.
What color?
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to add, there are going to be 2 videos. So this is the first video. Now, the most prominent thing you'll see is in this video, Sushant is actually very happy and cheerful. Okay, and as you go on, you'll come to know that he will laugh, he will giggle, he's smiling, but he's behaving very childish. Like, look at the way he replied now, pink. Okay, so it's my belief, it's my assumption that in this video, when this video was shot, he was candy flipped. When I say candy flipped, as in he was drugged with either a CBD plus with MDMA or ecstasy, because he's happy, he's smiling. If you look at his face and his ears, they are a little reddish, or they're reddish in color. This happens when you're doing ecstasy, MDMA, LSD, whatever. Okay? Because again, he was microdosed, the blood rushes through the veins. This happens even if you see people in psychedelic parties, trance parties, if you guys have visited, they're very red. It's all because the blood rushing through their body, and hence very reddish and pinkish body the body becomes. Continue now.
is your year, वो पिंक बोल रहा है, तो ये यहाँ पे ना ये भी हो सकता है कि अगर वो सुबह सुबह उठे हो तो यूजुअली जैसे सुबह सुबह के टाइम में थोड़ा सा वो सन में बैठो तो तुम थोड़ा सा ऑरेंज पिंक कैसे दिखते हो, राइट? तो वो भी हो सकता है कि वो ऐसे ही उससे पहले जो रिकॉर्डिंग कर रही है, जितना रिकॉर्डिंग दिखा रही है, उससे पहले वो ये भी बोली हो कि अरे तुम्हारा ईयर्स को देखो कितना पिंक लग रहा है, तुम्हारा फेस कितना पिंक लग रहा है, ऐसा कुछ तो बोली होगी। तो उसके बाद फिर वो पर्पसली उसको पूछ रही होगी कि अरे तुम्हारा ईयर क्या कलर है, तो वो पिंक बोल रहा है। सो बेसिकली उसको शायद
Warren, stop here.
वो डाली होगी।
Freeze, do you want to add that you were talking about that pink?
Yeah,
Do
can
you
I
want to
come now?
add? Yeah, add that.
Actually,
here.
you came exactly. I was just going to say.
Yeah,
stuff.
because that was just my interpretation as a layman, but
Yeah.
I think what you said, that's by your experience, so
Okay.
you can say that.
Then you see, she is basically, she's sitting besides him, and babysitting him like a child. And she's asking him, what's the color of his ear? I mean, who knows what's the color of a ear? We cannot even see a ear. How will you know what's the color of his ear? And look at the way he waits. He stops and he says, like a child, pink. He says, pink. Now, my first question is, as I said, who knows the color of your ear? That's because he is sleeping, and this is evening time, sunset time, and twilight. The amount and the number of parties that I've been to, when the sun sets, your sky is very the twilight color, and reddish pink purple is the tinge in the sky. So he was basically buzzing, and he was seeing reddish and pink all over. If you notice, he doesn't look anywhere, he doesn't know the color of his body. He's because he's lying down and there's sky on top of his, he's saying pink. Okay? So pink is the vision, pink is the color that he's hallucinating. Continue now.
क्योंकि इट्स जस्ट ए नॉर्मल कॉन्वर्सेशन, जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं, तो तुम खुद अगर उसको कुछ बोले होगे पहले कि जिसका रिकॉर्डिंग तो है नहीं, ये रिकॉर्डिंग तो यहाँ से है जहाँ से वो पूछ रही है, नहीं तो वो ऐसे क्यों बोलेगी कि अरे तुम्हारा ईयर दिखाओ, लाइक इस तरफ टर्न करो करके क्यों बोलेगी?
Just stop here, Vadu.
ताकि उसकी वजह से वो ऐसे बोल।
Okay, I want everybody to look at him. He is happy. This is what I'm going on emphasizing. MDMA, ecstasy. If you remember the chat of Gaurav Arya and Rhea, she was asking, I've only done once MDMA. Does everybody remember that? Okay. So MDMA, I have a feeling he was given MDMA. Look at his face. He's so happy. He's in an ecstatic state of mind. And he's constantly smiling. Okay? As if you've done bhang or something. He's happy. He's smiling. But he's not a regular Sushant. He's drugged, he's dosed, and he's not aware of it. And once you release this, you will come across the way there's a very too funny sound and gesture he'll do of woof, sheesh, and then he'll say, which book is he reading? Loaded, he'll say. And just look at the way he'll say it. Continue, Baru.
बोल रही है इसलिए वो बोल रहा है कि हाँ पिंक, क्योंकि वो ऑलरेडी वो वर्ड उसको बोल चुकी है, तो इसीलिए वो भी ऐसे रिप्लाई कर रहा है कि हाँ पिंक कैसे दिख रहा है, पिंक दिख रहा है. So I think like there's really nothing abnormal there. That seems to be like a normal reaction that he might be giving because of something she would have told earlier, which is not in this video. So that is possible too. But also this video shows how strong he is, because इसमें Lauren, अभी तुम आ रहे ना वीडियो में, झूठ क्यों बोलते हो? So see, he's talking normal. He knows what he's doing. He's talking about कि लूडो खेल रहे थे और मैं तो 2 बार जीता हूँ, ऐसे सब बोल रहा है. So it's not like he's like lost it or anything. It's not. He knows what he's reading, and ऐसी हालत में भी you can see how strong mindset he has that he's reading that book just that उसका जो बिहेवियर है वो ऐसा दिख रहा है कि शायद थोड़ा बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस में है करके. And then the way she says cute, handsome, if you notice
Varun,
in both the videos she says that. In this video also, the
take
other video.
Girija ji's question.
Freeze, you want to answer that?
Can someone read a book in that? Yes. Each person to its own, because this guy was a such a brilliant guy, and he was reading. I know people who do drugs, and even they work out in terms of with regular workout, exercising. I know people who sit on computers and they solve their stuff. I know people who can really do maths. I know mathematicians who come for parties and they do their work. It's very normal. It's very normal. See, MDMA in this video, as I'm going on saying, he's given MDMA or ecstasy. Your brain is working, but it's on a very high level. But in his case, I feel he was not aware that he was given. Okay, so that's why he's trying to read a book. He's trying to read a book even when he's high, because he thinks it's normal, but actually he's not. Continue.
And I want to answer Sonalji's question. She's asking, what is the last alive picture of Sushant in public domain? I think it probably is Smita ji ne jo interview liya tha uska. Probably that's the last.
No.
Is there anything after that?
So I think there was one picture. Again, we'll have to do some kind of fact check, but there was one picture of Sushant taken by a fan actually, while he was trying to sit inside his car. And उस picture के अंदर significant क्या था या uniqueness क्या थी, which is being tagged as the last photograph taken, was he had like a lot of dark circles under his eyes. और उस पिक्चर के बारे में I'm trying to figure that out. I thought I had downloaded it. I was trying to figure it out. So Sonal, I will try.
All that will be answered. All that will be answered in the second video. I will come to that.
But even the dark circle, Varun, you can actually see it in the video also. That may not be very recent, but in the video also,
got it.
The way he's talking, his voice is very heavy.
So इसके अंदर, yeah, but that particular photograph was tagged, somebody taking from outside his, I think, home or something. जहाँ पर किसी fan ने वो photograph खींची थी, और he looked a little like puffy under the eyes. Anyways, so should I play?
Play.
Okay, let's finish this.
Before that now.
लेकिन अभी main game तो यही था team up वाला. So what was the zero? नहीं, अब तो अपने आप को zero नहीं बोलता, ऐसा थोड़ी लगता है. तो ये रो बाबा.
So here again, he's putting the logic so right, because he is telling, as soon as she told कि ये तो team up करके हम खेल रहे थे. So basically she's trying to say if we were teaming up and playing, we should have like won that. So for that he's answering very logically, trying to say no, 1 + 1 is 0, which means he's trying to say if you team up and play, that doesn't mean you're going to win. You can be 0 too. And then there is also another reason that 1 + 1 is 0. It's like binary numbers. वो मुझे भी इतना नहीं आता, but there is like something very intellectual जो binary numbers का होता है, वो 1 + 1 = 0 होता है, और उसका एक पूरा एक equation है, वो मैं यहाँ पे insert करूँगी यहाँ पे. He knows that, right? Because he knows that, he's just connecting it as a.
Can I come in?
वो 1 + 1.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, so it's again what Himaji is saying is right. But I will again come, if you guys remember the way he made that sound, woof, hish, and then he says, loaded. Okay? And then she says, was playing Ludo. And then she says, who won 2 times? And then he says, 1 + 1 = 0. Which obviously to her, it was a bouncer. It's the binary mathematical way of looking at it, which is the 2 square minus, if 2 square plus 2 square is 0, then in 2 square minus 2 square, b square is also 0. So we'll come to that later. We have, even I have the whole calculation. We can show that later. Okay? But to the main point, he is very happy over here. That's what I want everybody to see. And even in a way, now next, after you release, he'll do a very childish thing of biting his book and going to hit Rhea. And then Rhea tells him, should I say this to daddy? Now it's over here which I don't understand. Which daddy does she mean? His daddy she wants to complain, or her daddy? Because we are also aware that the father of Rhea was too much involved, whether it was the farmhouse or whether his own house in Bombay, the Carter Road one. So there's a very funny thing she'll say. I don't know why she says that. Continue, bro.
इक्वल टू 0 होता है और उसका एक पूरा एक इक्वेशन है वो मैं यहाँ पे इंसर्ट करूंगी यहाँ पे.
Again, notice he's very happy here
because he knows that he's just connecting it as a logic here कि हम टीम में खेल रहे हैं तो क्या हुआ, तो 1+1 टीम में भी खेले तो भी 0 हो सकते हैं. So that is what logic is putting here. So which is so smart. His brain is working fine even in all these situations because he's not giving up. वो दिखाता है कि he's not giving up. That means he purposely is not taking any kind of drugs. The drugs have been given to him unknowingly. What kind of drugs or medicines were given to him, that is something only Rhea will know, because there might be a lot of things, that can create hallucinations or make you all stressed and depressed, those kind of things. Even antidepressants can give you depression. So there are a lot of things that she could be doing alongside, giving him prescription medicine that could be creating a lot of, like, क्या बोलते हैं वो हलचल create कर रहा है, but he's fighting through it. Because every video you see something that you see that his smartness still comes through, his intelligence still comes through. So, and then here she tries to say, like, no, you're not 0, you're hero. इसको तो समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है वो क्या बोल रहा है. First of all, she's relating that 0 that he said to him and trying to say, no, you're not 0. Like, this is kind of the same logic that she had told Smita Parekh about, that she always tells him that तुम suicide तो create नहीं करोगे. So she puts indirectly, by telling you're not this, you put that in the head. So that is what she's trying to do here. And then that पापा को भेज दोगे, that also the reason she's telling is because वो अपने like fun में ना उसको ऐसे book मारने की action कर रहा है, right? So I think that is why she's telling कि मैं इसको पापा को भेज दूँ. That means she's trying to say कि मैं अपने पापा को भेज दूँ. I don't think she's talking about the drug, because I don't even think he knows that in this video, and they're taking this video, he doesn't know that he's drugged or something. She wanted us to think that. That is why इतना video भेजा जिसमें वो बोल रही है पापा को भेज दूँ, because she wants us to think that she's talking about drugs, whereas she's not talking about drugs. वो जो एक्शन किया उसने वो बुक फेंकने का, उसके लिए वो बोल रही है कि मैं पापा को बताती हूँ, तो काइंड ऑफ टेलिंग कि अरे मुझे क्यों मार रहे हो, मैं पापा को बताती हूँ, समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो दैट इज व्हाट. सो बेसिकली ना ये वीडियोस ने जो भी वो कर रही है ना, या जो भी उसका लॉयर कर रहा है, वो पूरा उल्टा बैकफायर ही हो रहा है. इसलिए वो इतना ही बेचते हैं जितना उनको रिलीज करना है. So this I think this, that is what this first video shows.
All right.
That's it.
I'm gonna take
Anybody
few
wants to
people.
say?
Before I let me just add. I see a few people waiting for a long time.
Okay, so we'll take some questions. We'll finish, then we'll go to the second one.
Yes.
Because trust me, guys, the second one is heartbreaking. Because if you remember, Varun, the first time I came onto your show last year, it was the second video, and that's what made me feel that he's been given scopolamine. And I will tell you guys in the second video what made me feel that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Rekha ji, please. Let's start.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Here it is good morning. Actually, I don't know what are the times at various places. Thank you so much for including me. And usually this is the time, actually, I'm at work. So today is supposed to be Eid holidays here. Now, one thing I was listening to everything, so I would agree with Simple Minds when she was telling about that. Please do not speak of these things, जो कि काला जादू जो काला जादू, ये सारी चीजें हम लोग अभी क्या, हम साइंटिफिक डिस्कशन करते हैं, हम लॉजिकल डिस्कशंस करते हैं. सो वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट द फैक्ट्स, वी हैव टू टॉक अबाउट वो दी लाइक दे शुड लॉजिक्स. सो काला जादू वादू में these are not going to be considered or of any use, when we are discussing also in helping us reach conclusions or draw conclusions, or even CBI and all. These people are not going to pay any attention to ये काला जादू. तो ये काला जादू के बारे में उसी तरीके से हमें छोड़ देना चाहिए जिस तरीके से हमने ये डार्क वेब वाली चीजें और ये जो कि भाई उसकी लाइव वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग है एंड फलाना, all these, we are like again and again every program I'm saying that please, this is to our audience, this is to all who are here watching the show, that they get diverted into all these things. So dark web, and then Sushant is alive. तो प्लीज ये जो पूजा करवाती थी, पूजा तो वैसे भी घरों में होती है, और वो शी herself may be believing in all these काला जादू, वो अलग चीज है, that she may be believing in that. But और वो जो करवा रही थी, but हम लोगों का जो डिस्कशन होना है वो नहीं होना चाहिए इस चीज पर कि आप ना ये इसमें बिलीव करो. तो let us please not decrease, lose our credibility of the talks when we are talking about these dark web and all, and Sushant is alive. और कई लोग सही में एड्रेस करने लगते हैं इस क्वेश्चन को कि हाँ भाई क्या सुशांत अलाइव है, and then they start addressing this question also.
Can I add something here, Rekha ji? Basically जब मैंने वो वीडियो किया था, जब वो रिलीज हुए थे वीडियोस, राइट, सो एट दैट टाइम आई रिमेम्बर सारे न्यूज चैनल्स में वही चल रहा था अबाउट नेबर से बात कर रहे हैं कि क्या यहाँ पे काला जादू चलता है, यहाँ पे पूजा चलता है, यहाँ पे कोई ये आ रहा है, वो आ रहा है. That is the reason I had put that specifically in that video, so that we stop talking about that.
1 minute, Rekha ji. 1 minute, Rekha ji. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody look at me. This goes to everybody. Now we have seen how many videos, Sushant? मैं उसका पिक्चर भी नहीं देखता था. But in this last almost 1 year, काफी videos, काफी on screen and off screen real में भी देख चुके हैं while playing guitar and all. ये normal Sushant है क्या? He's happy.
No. See, this is not
one minute,
normal.
let me finish. 1 minute, let me finish.
To be normal. He has been made that way. And here I am not agreeing with Simple Minds in the sense कि ये video क्यों लिए गए हैं. These videos have been purposely taken in order to keep them as an evidence that Sushant was probably taking drugs. ये तो purposely लिए गए हैं कि वो जिस तरीके से behave कर रहा है उसके अंदर उस तरीके से दिखेगा, and she will be able to make it, as a evidence. She can, if she is questioned later on, तो उसको तो आराम से. और अगर ये भी बोल रही है कि पापा को बता दूं, that is just, वो भी उसके दिमाग में यही चल रहा है कि अगर मैं ही दिखाऊंगी किसी को. Just a minute, let me complete. I will let you tell me. So actually वो यही बताना चाहती है कि देखो सुशांत ड्रग ले रहा था. अगर उनके फादर और ये सब भी लेटर ऑन क्वेश्चन करेंगे, इट इज सिंपल एंड स्ट्रेट कि वो एविडेंस के तौर पे, और पापा को बता दूं, इट इज इन हर माइंड कि मैं अगर दिखाऊंगी तो कोई यही बोले, कोई डिनाई नहीं कर सकता कि सुशांत जो है वो ड्रग्स ले रहा था. बट अगर सुशांत खुद ड्रग्स ले रहा होता या क्या रहा होता तो ये वीडियोस नहीं लेती, इसको कोई जरूरत नहीं थी. ये वीडियोस इस तरीके से शूट क्यों किए गए हैं वो ये साफ दर्शाता है कि शी वांटेड टू कीप इट एज एन एविडेंस. और एक और चीज हम निकाल सकते हैं कि पापा को बता दूं, मतलब पापा को बता दूं का मतलब ये भी रहता है कि जैसे कोई प्रेशर, कोई ब्लैकमेलिंग टाइप ऑफ चीज चल रही है, that she was trying to pull him towards her कि my way of life, my style, और जो भी वो किसी चीज के अंदर जैसे घिर गया हो उस वक्त, वो हमें नहीं पता कि वो क्यों आकर के सामने सारी चीजें नहीं बोल रहा था. तो you can talk now. Yeah.
ठीक है. So we agree that this is not the normal Sushant. He's very happy. He's smiling. हंस रहा है.
He's not happy. Let me tell you, we can't say this happy. He's not in control of himself. We cannot say this is happy. These are the expressions which are just
Ma'am,
spontaneously coming
what he means
on
is
his face.
happy
You
high.
can't label it as
Yeah,
happiness.
Rekha
Happiness
ji.
is something.
No,
I want to come in.
Happiness is something.
Varun bhai, I want to
which-
come in.
No.
Please.
Listen to me. Happiness.
Please.
Let me complete what I want to. Very important point. When you are drugged or something, it may make you feel elated, which you do not know of it as consciously. That
Have you done
but you
MDMA?
cannot label it as happiness. It is.
Ma'am.
He may be happy, but you cannot label it happiness. Why I'm stressing upon this point is that what do you want to, on the basis of this, do not prove that he was happy or sad. He may be sad, he may be happy, doesn't mean he committed suicide. So let us not cling on this point कि हम ये prove करना चाह रहे हैं कि नहीं वो happy था. इस वीडियो में यही दिखाई दे रहा है कि he is not
Rekha
in
ji.
control of himself.
Rekha ma'am.
Okay, Rekha ji, I want to interrupt you. No, I want to say one thing. Please allow me.
Before you say, please.
Yeah. Please, no, I have to jump in here. I have to jump in.
एक बात कर
He's
सकता हूँ मैं,
not in
please.
control
Just
of himself.
one
No, no,
second.
मैं-
Just
Okay,
give
we
me one
heard that,
second.
Rekha ji.
Yeah,
Rekha
just
ji, we
give me
heard
one
that.
second. Okay,
Yeah.
first,
Yes, please.
first, this video, don't focus on what I am telling in the video. The reason we are showing this video is so that Freeze could just explain the effect of the drugs on him.
Exactly.
So don't go with what I'm saying in their side, trying to see. I am giving two options. No, just listen to me. Listen to please listen to me. Just two lines. In that video, it was done at the time it was leaked, right? So at that time, I'm giving both options because at that time we were also trying to defend SSR, trying to say that he was not taking drugs. So we had to give those two options, and that's why it was just my interpretation. So right now it's been like over almost a year, right? Then I made that video. So do not go by the sentences I'm saying in that video. The reason only we showed that video because we had like a short video where there was a little bit of explanation that I'm doing, and then some other things that Freeze could add to it. He thought like he could use that video. That's why he used that video. So don't go by that. And second point is when he is telling happiness, he doesn't mean he was happy. That's not what he's meaning. He's meaning that he was drugged. Because of that, it looks like he's so happy and he's like high, basically. So that's what he's meaning. So that is because our focus today is on just showing that these drugs were affecting him so much to show that how. And I'm sure Rekha ji, you're a doctor, right? Yeah.
Yes,
so,
yes, I'm a doctor.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know if you came in late to the session, but that is exactly
these drugs. They cause an elated feeling. I agree that these videos
right. So that is what we're focusing on. Not that he was happy. He was not
drugs.
happy. Of course, he was not happy.
Agreed that these are the effects of the drugs.
Yes, that is what we're focusing on. That's all. We're only talking because he wants to show in the next video also. Don't focus on what I am saying because that's just my interpretation at that time. Right?
No.
All right, please go ahead. Please go ahead. I think you wanted to make a point. You're unmuted.
Okay, so ecstasy, the word itself is explanatory. Ecstasy is also when you're happy. It makes you momentarily, makes you feel happy. The blood is rushing fast. Everything is beautiful. The world is amazing, but he's being very childish. And I feel he's childish because this guy has been spiked. He doesn't know he is on drugs. Okay? That's why he's trying to read, or he's reading a book, and look at his reaction. He's reading a book and she comes and disturbs him while reading the book. And then she says, "What are you doing? Color kya hai?" Pink. Kaan kya color hai? Look at, it's very like a child he's behaving. And the reason I said happy, because यहाँ उसको मैं बार बार बोल रहा हूँ, candy flip किया गया है. Candy flip is when you mix two drugs together. उसको कैंडी फ्लिप करके दे दिया है, इसलिए वो अभी दिख रहा है हैप्पी. लेट मी पुट इट लाइक दैट. वो दिख रहा है हैप्पी, और वो जब भी बुक भी लेता है और उसको मारता है वो ऐसा. ठीक है. देन शी सेज, मैं डैडी को बताऊं. अभी ये कौन सा डैडी, ये हम बाद में उस पे आएंगे. तो ये बाद में यूज कर सकती है. अगेन टू द पॉइंट, बाइपोलर इन लोग ने यूज किया. बाइपोलर का मतलब क्या? कभी खुश, कभी सैड, कभी गुस्सा, कभी कैसा. बराबर switch mind, mood swings and like that. And that is exactly why they took and gave him ये video जिधर वो खुश दिख रहा है, happy दिख रहा है, and you'll be very sad to see the next one. अब बोलिए मैम.
सिर्फ एक चीज जो क्वेश्चन था कि व्हाट इज द कलर. Now, when a person is not able to concentrate, he will take time, and to, struggle, with this question that ki kaun sa color hai. And that is exactly what she's trying to video. That is exactly कि देखो कौन सा कलर है. अब ये बताओ, अगर आप अपने बॉयफ्रेंड के साथ बात कर रहे हो तो ये कौन से कलर्स की ये क्यों बात कर रहे हो. आप ये बताना चाहते हो कि देखो वो जवाब नहीं दे पा रहा है, वो ऐसा है. एंड अनदर पॉइंट आई वांट टू मेक इज, तो मतलब वो ये दिखाना चाहती है कि देखो उसकी हालत क्या है, देखो ये कैसे, ये आंसर भी नहीं कर पा रहा है कौन सा कलर है, ये कौन सा कलर, लाइक दैट. सेकेंडली द थिंग इज दैट कि यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस, जो करण जौहर के घर में पार्टी हो रही थी तो वहां पर जितने भी लोग थे, एग्जैक्टली दोज पीपल वर ऑल्सो नॉट हैविंग दो सेम kind of reactions in their and on their faces, that they were not in control of themselves, and they are just struggling. स्माइल भी कर रहे हैं तो वो नॉर्मल नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसे करके कोई अरे कैमरा आ गया. So although they are aware that they are awake, they are some conscious, and still they are not in control of their facial expressions. These are the things which happen when you take drugs and all. Now another video which I saw where Sara Ali Khan was I have seen this video.
रेखा जी एक मिनट मैं यहाँ पर इसलिए आपको इंटरजेक्ट करूंगा.
नहीं सिर्फ एक चीज मैं सिर्फ एक चीज बोलना चाहती हूँ. वो जो अपना ये सोहम चतुर्वेदी ने एक बताया था, शायद उन्होंने इंटरव्यू लिया था या कहीं तो भी इंटरव्यू था, कि सारा अली खान जो थी वो बैठी हुई थी तो शी वाज नॉट एबल टू फोकस. सो थर्ड पॉइंट आई एम टेलिंग, थर्ड प्लेस व्हेन आई एम टेलिंग दैट व्हेन दीज पीपल टेक ड्रग्स दे आर हैविंग their facial expressions not in their control, and kind of ऐसे आंखें कर रही थी. तो ये मैं इसके जरिए बताना चाहती थी. वरुण जी आप लीजिए.
नहीं मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूँ रेखा जी, आई थिंक लेट्स जस्ट गेट, I think maybe we should have finished off the discussions and then we should have these questions or comments, क्योंकि otherwise we will digress from the flow, और एक वो flow जो चल रहा है. So I would encourage you to keep your questions parked. And Amit and Guru, आपके भी मैं यही कहूँगा कि let's just finish off the video, because the whole point of these sessions are not about.
I want to make a point, और कुछ नहीं करना. I want to make a just simple point, ठीक है ना? Can I do it?
बोलो. Yes, please.
या मैं एक चीज बोलना चाहता हूँ आप लोग को कि ये जो वीडियोस आपने कहाँ से ली? जी टीवी से ली, जी न्यूज की तरफ से ली, ठीक है ना? और कोई न्यूज चैनल ने इसको ब्रॉडकास्ट की नहीं थी, सिर्फ जी ने की थी. तो फिर जी ने इस पर अपोलाइज भी ले लिया था, उन्होंने माफी भी मांगा था. इन्होंने गलत से ये वीडियो दिया था कि सुशांत को ड्रगिस्ट कहने के लिए. ये आपने देखा था ना कि सुशांत को जो ड्रगिस्ट कहने के लिए जी टीवी ने जो ये वीडियोस प्लांट करके डाली थी, क्योंकि ये वीडियोस में क्या सच है क्या गलत है, इट इज नॉट क्लियर, इट इज एट ऑल नॉट क्लियर. क्योंकि ये उस वक्त ये वीडियोस उस वक्त डाली गई थी. सुधीर चौधरी ने इनका एक डीएनए किया था, आपको अगर याद होगा. फिर उनके बाद उन्होंने ये भी कबूल किया कि उनका ये कोई इंटेंशन नहीं था सुशांत को ड्रगिस्ट कहना. तो डोंट कम टू द कंक्लूजन दैट सुशांत वाज ड्रग्ड. यू कैन नॉट प्रूव इट. वो ड्रग भी नहीं हो सकते हैं, ये मजाक वीडियो भी बन सकता है.
अभी कमिंग टू द कंक्लूजन बाबा.
नहीं मैं आपको बोल रहा हूँ ना प्लीज भाई, ये इसमें आप इसको डायरेक्टली ये नहीं कह सकते हो कि these videos were Sushant were that time he was drunk and it was created. This was a prank video also, जो उसको बनाया गया था इस तरीके से, जिस तरीके से प्रैंक होती है. अगर आप गौर से देखें, उसके बाद इसको एक टाइमिंग में डाला गया था. नहीं मैं एक पॉइंट देना चाहता हूँ यहाँ पे. प्लीज अलाउ मी टू गिव माय पॉइंट. यहाँ पे जो मतलब बात हो रही है ड्रग देने की, तो मैं ये कह सकता हूं आपको, अगर कोई वीडियो किसी ब्रॉडकास्टिंग चैनल ने डाली होगी तो उस वीडियो के लिए वो क्षमा नहीं मांग सकते. उन्होंने माफी मांगी, तो हाउ कैन यू से दैट वीडियोस वर ड्रग? दिस इज माय पॉइंट.
हम बात कर रहे हैं, वी आर कटिंग ईच अदर one by one. First of all, please let's maintain that. Second thing, I don't know why ये जी का या किसी वीडियो चैनल उसका तो बात ही नहीं हो रही. बात हो रही है द इंटेंशन ऑफ रिया चक्रवर्ती. इसमें दिखाने की कोशिश हो रही है कि द रीजन व्हाई शी क्रिएटेड द वीडियो वाज टू शो सुशांत इन अ बैड लाइट. ड्रग है नहीं है क्या नहीं है, वो इज द सेकंड टॉपिक. फर्स्ट थिंग इज किस इंटेंशन से इस वीडियो को बनाया गया है, फिर इस किस इंटेंशन से इस वीडियो को रिलीज किया गया है। रिया चक्रवर्ती खुद भी अपने सोशल मीडिया पे डाल सकती थी, जी चैनल या चैनल की बात यहाँ हो ही नहीं रही, वो अपोलोजाइज करे ना करे, we all give a damn about that, you know, it's not about the news channel, it's all about showing the intention. Yes, Himaji,
yeah,
one by one.
So basically to say to answer that, I want to say, see, when I made the video also, my thing in my mind was always that if Rhea is, her intention is to show that he was drugged, and if that can be proved that he was drugged, then we can as well, we have to try to prove that yes, he may be drugged, but he didn't take it intentionally, right? It was given to him. That's one point. And that's why I'm putting the other point where it's I'm trying to say that probably it was just a normal thing that's going on, but she is trying to show it like he was drugged. So there are two faces.
That was my point.
Right, Amitji. But what happens is, when somebody who is been in drugs and everything, if they see that, and if they see any point in it where they feel like, oh nahi, ye to le raha tha, then we are stuck, right? So what will be our defense? So our defense at that time would be that yes, he might have been drugged, but it was because somebody was drugging him without his intention. That is why both the points are important for us. That is why I had both points in my videos, because both will balance it.
Okay, right now I'm just going to take one last comment from Guru, and then we're going to go back to the topic. Guru, yes, please say what you want to say.
सुशांत के जो ड्रग्स देने का डेमो दिखाया आपने, ड्रग्स और उसको मारने का डेमो, यूट्यूब पे सर्च कीजिए, स्टार प्लस का एक डांस शो था, सुशांत ने उसमें परफॉर्म किया था, चाय में से ड्रग्स उसमें ही मतलब डेमो दिखाया गया था, और उसे कैसे मारा गया, ऐसे ऐसे करके सीधा मारा गया, 3 उंगलियां यूज करके रस्सी से मारा गया था, मतलब डेमो दिखाया गया था स्टार प्लस के डांस शो में.
Okay, all right, so let's get back to the topic. We'll take up more questions, so I'm gonna put few people in the backstage so that we can finish off this discussion, and then we will continue taking up those questions. Yes, please, Freeze, go ahead. You're mute.
See, we are aware of a chat in which we have seen they were spiking him 3 to 4 drops usko deke, without his knowledge they were drugging him. Okay? And the other thing what I want to show, what I think also they wanted to show, which they went on saying that he's bipolar. Bipolar का मतलब कभी खुश, कभी गुस्सा, कभी सैड, कभी चुप. नाउ ये हम लोग ने देख लिया, जिसमें वो कितना खुश दिख रहा है, लेकिन वो नॉर्मल नहीं है. दिस इज नॉट द नॉर्मल रेगुलर सुशांत, इवन इफ इज हैप्पी. ओके, सो दिस वीडियो इज ओवर. नाउ लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट वीडियो, बिकॉज द नेक्स्ट वीडियो you will not believe, she's talking, he's not uttered a single word. He's not uttered a single word, and he's not smiled even for a second. Please play it. And before you start, I want to say something before this video. Look at him. Just hold on. Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now, as I gave you guys an explanation of the first video, this is the video what caught my attention last year when it was leaked. So this is where I feel 100% that he was given scopolamine, where he is not himself compared to the other one, that is the previous video. Here he is lost, he is confused. Okay, he avoids eye to eye contact, and even any social contact. He is not. Now, when I say social contact, in the previous one, you saw he held the book, he even went on to touch her or hit her. In this video, you will see he just avoiding. Okay? This is when you're under scopolamine. What I see is he is lost. Okay? Even he's stuck to a spot. Not this video is it's on pause, so don't go on that. But when the video starts, also you will see that he is looking and searching for something on the floor when he's just sitting in a house. Okay? And again, when Hemaji also commented, and even I'm saying, why the funk is this getting recorded when he's in a state like this? Why? And you will hear this when when the video starts. Please continue this video now.
Just adding one point, Varun, to this from a very layman perspective, if that's okay.
Sure, please go ahead.
So just one thing that I want to say that I said before, Freeze, when I said you would mention about the videos, is that this is where, as a layman, I felt that he had realized what was going on. This is where he's not participating in the joke, and he's trying hard to control his, actions. As per me, I mean, this was that video. So he's
As per
aware.
me, it
He's
is
aware.
not. As per me, America, it is not, because there is a spot I will show you. He makes a weird face and a gesture. Trust me,
Right.
I have been around people who have been given scopolamine. They are not themselves. I have been going on repeatedly sharing a documentary. It is very much there. It's by none other than the Vice. And a person, he's there, but he's not there. You can get anything, any work get done by him. You can ask him to sit. He will sit in one place. You will ask him to stand. He'll stand in one place. We saw a Sushant in the previous one. Look at this Sushant right now when the video starts. Please play.
So totally agree with you. All I'm trying to say is that this is where I felt he is trying to resist that. I completely agree with you on the other points.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. You please look at this video again, Baba. You will come to know.
Let's analyze the second video now. Now, this second video is what actually I felt really emotional when I saw this, because it was painful to see him like that. And this is where I want to reveal you something else too. So let's watch in this video. First of all, there's a big doubt of why she's recording all this, right? First video to show ye video. In this video, also focus and see how she tells that you're cute, handsome. She says the same thing. And मुझे क्या लगता है ना, वो जो कंगना का आपने देखा होगा, एक मैनिपुलेशन का ना एक मेथड होता है. So her method is love. She's using love, and she always emphasizes I love you, and like too much over प्यार दिखा के ना emphasize करके अंदर लेना. She knows, and that is what she's using as her weapon. Like every time, kuch bhi ho, she's like saying the same kind of things, like just praising him all the time, like on the camera. Like you would never have seen. You might have seen so many videos of Ankita and him over 7 years they had relation, but I don't think on camera you will not see them like talking like that. I mean, it's different that we are not seeing their personal videos, but still, कैमरा के सामने इतना कोई सेम चीज नहीं रिपीट करता. और अगर आपने देखा होगा, जैसे कंगना was telling, that phrase of the black cat in the dark room. Remember that? Like, find the black cat in the dark room. Basically, like, when they are trying to take drugs or something, and they are using this phrase so that it sits in the mind, so that it is something that when you're trying to find a black cat in a dark room, you're not finding anything. So basically you feel like you're floating, hallucinating, whatever. I've never taken drugs, but I'm just like trying to analyze it, that is why they try to keep such phrase in their mind or repeat such things. Same thing, I feel like this is her manipulation words every time, like you're so cute, you're so handsome, like her tone is like that. So let's watch this video.
You look very cute. You're very handsome.
See, same things.
Stop the video.
Same thing. It's like she's using the same phrases.
If you notice, she laughed over here. Did everybody hear the laughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She laughed at him. These people are sitting. He is on scopolamine, sitting. He doesn't know what is happening with him. I'm telling you guys, when a person doesn't know कि मेरे साथ ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, what's happening with me, I cannot understand what's going on. And these people are sitting and they are putting this love. Does he look handsome? To me, looks like he's not had a shower. He's not had brushed his teeth. He doesn't look proper over here. Okay? Even if you look at his stubble and all, it's not proper.
And
He's
also
avoiding to make eye contact. He's looking at the floor. वो उसे नजर घुमा रहा है. Okay? And then she says, "You look so handsome. You're so cute." And then she laughs. Continue the video after this.
and
I'll
also
tell
in
you
the
when to
same
stop.
video, I want to add another thing. In this video only, you will see she says like, "Are you eating only once?" And he says something that is not clear.
Because you
So
cannot
basically,
eat
he was
when
not
you're on
eating much
scopolamine
also.
or any of these drugs. You cannot eat. You won't eat for hours and half a day, more than 1-2 days. He's looking weak. He was not on dengue or anything. This is what was happening to him. And again, she will come. Look at this, where he's sitting. This looks like when something happened to him in Europe. They came down and she's taken him to her house. And she will explain it also over here. Continue the video, Baba.
Kind of controlling. She's using the same phrases, and as soon as she tells that, he kind of goes into this, he kind of submits himself into her. Like, see, that's what he's doing here. He's getting emotional because as soon as she tells that, you become like, he's very emotional thinking about that. Oh, there's somebody who loves me so much because nobody loves me. See, it is like when you have a drink. I never drink, so when I have even like 2 sips of wine or something, you become very emotional. You might cry. You might cry 1 second. You might like laugh 1 second because you become emotional. If you have anything that's in your subconscious mind, then it comes to the surface. So you start thinking about that. So you will know what's going on, but you will still be thinking about those things. You are very emotional when you are under influence, right? Same thing has happening to him. So that is one thing that he might be reacting that way. Or another thing that he might be reacting that way, I'll tell you. This says it is February 2020. आई थिंक ये झूठा है क्योंकि ये फरवरी का नहीं है, क्योंकि मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ ये जो जहाँ पे वीडियो एक्चुअली लिया गया है, ये रिया के घर का वीडियो, रिया के घर में लिया गया। और रिया के घर में वो कब थे? I think after the Europe trip, before they moved into the house, I think he was staying here with them for a while, and then he was staying in that Waterstone resort or something for a while. So I think this is when he probably had dengue. That is, again, if we trust her, that he did have dengue. किसी को पता नहीं है did he have dengue or not. But if you trust that actually उसको dengue था, तो फिर उस time का हो सकता है. Maybe that is why he's looking this weak, and maybe it is not even just the drugs. It's also that he's also become weak because of being sick, right? And he's staying in their house. And अगर वो बात भी है, तो then ये सवाल भी उठता है कि if he was in that condition, what was their parents doing, right? Why didn't they think like he was in a bad condition?
The volume is gone.
So, and also, there's one thing that we watch
Stop it.
is that in dono video.
Okay. The other thing, Himaji, when you took the cursor, बीच का रुक गया ना? Mute हो गया था मेरे ख्याल से.
I think I was coughing, so I had muted myself. I'm so sorry for that.
It's okay. So if you notice, Himaji takes the cursor up and says, so according to her, this is not February. It is 100% not February, because this February 22, 2020 is done by ZTV. This is not the date that comes on the camera or whatever they are shooting on. So ये भी उधर as a narrative ये डाला गया है February 2020. ये February 2020 का नहीं है, ये कोई और समय का है. ठीक है? Please continue.
Yeah, I don't remember if I knew that at that point I would have mentioned it somewhere. But yeah, ये probably उस time का है जब Europe trip के बाद he was staying with Rhea.
ये Europe trip के बाद का ही है. As they came back,
yeah, that is Rhea's house.
Straight to her house. Yes.
Yeah, that's Rhea's house. The video is in Rhea's house. The background there is Rhea's house.
Continue.
Left gal mein is very darker. Now he's going to remove his hand. Even in the other video, you see it very clearly. See,
now look at, he'll pick up. Yeah. See what he'll do.
It's very dark. It's like bruised, kind of. This side,
what he'll do now.
This side
See this. Stop it now. Stop it. Do you guys understand what he just did? Hello.
Let me just take it back a little bit.
Like bruised kind of. This side nahi hai, this side hai.
See what you
But
see
it's
that
very
face he made?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's my feeling. This is not just Rhea. There are 2-3 guys who are standing there. And I told you, I've been going on saying he is sitting there like a, I don't want to use the word, and these people have given him a hard dose of scopolamine, and he's sitting there, and they are all watching, and iska video nikala ja raha hai, and he tried to look at somebody, and he made that face. ठीक है? Otherwise than that, the person who's recording, that is Rhea, who's talking with this camera, he most of the time he's avoiding to make an eye contact. And the other point, compare it to the previous one. See this, see बाजू में पहले वाला वीडियो का उसका फेस देखो और ये वाला इसमें इसका फेस देखो. And the other thing to be noted is he's not spoken a single word till now. She said, "I love you. You're looking cute. You're looking handsome." Blah blah blah. He's not spoken a single word.
Please, can
Continue,
I
bro.
add here? Yeah, he actually speaks after that. He speaks a little.
Little.
But what you're saying about somebody, some other people standing there, I don't think so, because in this video actually एक आदमी का आवाज भी सुनाई देता, and it was told that that was Ria's father because he's in Ria's house. So basically, it's like a morning situation where they're sitting and the father is sitting and she's sitting and she's recording this guy.
Yes, she's recording, but the face that he made and he looked at that side towards the left, there is somebody over there also, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, it could be her brother too.
Could be.
But the person who speaks in that video, the whole if you see the full video, the person who speaks, I think it was told that that was her father.
Okay, continue, bro.
His face, see this? It looks like bruised, kind of that greenish, you know. And here also it looks like greenish. Yeah, previously मैं सोच रही थी वो beard का दिख रहा है, but beard का नहीं है. I saw very carefully. Then यहाँ पूरा लग रहा है. So we don't know, like even if like they were drugging him, and someone who is not used to certain kind of drugs or anything, अगर उसको कुछ reaction हो रहा होगा, वो uncontrollable हो रहा होगा, right? Because if you remember, Pitani also used to say कि नहीं वो control में नहीं रहते थे, ये तो क्या रिया है जो उनको कंट्रोल कर सकती थी. ये जो बोल रहा है ना, उससे मुझे लग रहा है कि हो सकता है कि इसको यहाँ like assault. You don't know because when he is in that kind.
Okay, here I am actually basing this on remember like Pitani saying that he had something but we don't know what it was, and then he kept repeating in a lot of interviews that out of control ho jate the and all those kind of things. So that's what I'm just trying to relate. So after this, whatever I'm saying about the abuse or anything, like don't go by my word. It's just what I'm saying based on the knowledge of the drugs. That's all.
No, just Varun, is it possible you can just minimize this and bring me on? I want to minimize this video and just put us on, at least my face. Okay. So now, guys, what you said, no, Hema ji, ke uske idhar jo ye chot lag raha hai.
Right.
Okay. If nobody has touched him, trust me, I know many cases, even if you go to the rehab, when you don't know what's happening with you, you go crazy, you start killing, you start punching yourself.
That is what I
don't know what you're doing, what's happening. Mere saath aisa kyun ho raha hai? Why this is going on? Why this is happening with me? I have a feeling he had become self-destructive also.
So
Okay,
freeze, that is what I'm saying.
Know people get self-destructive, they cut their nerves, they go crazy, and I think so. They must have been very careful that nobody touches him because of wound or whatever. But I think he's done that. Khud ko patka hai. It's very normal.
Right. So that is what I explained in this. But whatever I explained was based on what you're saying. It was just based on my knowledge at that time, because I have seen things like that happening. Like we see a lot of crimes or all those things where we see such things. So that's why in the later on I explained that it could be that in that situation they can hurt themselves too.
Play.
Let me just finish this
Condition,
video.
like when they take him into that kind of condition where he's wanting drug, because you become a drug addict, then you will want right? So when you're not getting it at that moment, जो एक period होता है, तब it might be hard to control you. So उस period में अगर वो उसके साथ कुछ किए होंगे, या if they're like hitting him, slapping him, whatever to calm him down, right? उसको भी याद नहीं होगा, उसको भी शायद याद नहीं होगा, because वो सोच रहा होगा कि ये मुझे कंट्रोल करने के लिए, ये मुझे संभालने के लिए कर रहे हैं. But that can leave some marks. So वो भी हो सकता है. You don't know, and he might not be saying that because in his mind also he might be thinking they're just helping you, or he might be in so much of influence at that moment that he doesn't know what they're doing. So anything is possible. It's exactly goes with the narration that Kangana was talking about, that kind of situations that happen around that time when you are in the influence, when you are taking those kind of things, right? So that is kind of my analysis on these two videos. I will do the analysis on the third video also. But really, it is so sad to see this. But also,
you can actually stop here, Varun. It's just my talking after that.
Just pause it. He looks so helpless over here because he doesn't know what's happening with him. He will not remember the next day, and that's what if any of you guys have gone and seen the Scopolamine documentary, they don't remember what's happened to them last night or a day before. If anything has happened, so he doesn't know. He's clueless. He is he's helpless for himself. He's trying to understand what's going on, and that is what Scopolamine does. And they make them do whatever they want. His will is in their hand. Now you can take, and whoever wants to say, then towards the end I will say something.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to add, yes, Ji, please go ahead. I think you have some point. You're mute. You are mute.
So all the analysis we all can understand, and very well put, but when it is in the court of law, the most important and the clinching evidence is of that WhatsApp discussion where it says that put 4 drops and it will kick in. Now, if Sushant was himself taking drugs, why is there need to quietly, secretly have a communication over the WhatsApp and ask what to do and how to do? And why she's suggesting she might as well in front of Sushant also can discuss, अरे हम ये drug लें तो कैसे लें, अगर और सुशांत अगर वैसे ही ले रहा था अगर drugs, so what was the need of asking anybody? So this is the clinching point. Here you cannot deny the police, the CBI officials whatsoever कि अगर वो पहले से ही ड्रग ले रहा था उससे क्वेश्चन करेंगे रिया से कि अगर वो पहले से ही ले रहा था तो तुमने ये क्यों पूछा कि कैसे दे क्या दे. What do you have to say about it?
So that is why I think that itself proves that he was not taking it on his own. So even if Rhea put these videos out there to prove that he was taking drugs, it does not prove that he was taking on his own. And if you remember जब समीर वांकड़े सर आए थे, हम लोग जब पूछ रहे थे कि क्या आप क्लियर कर सकते हैं कि सुशांत ने कभी ड्रग्स नहीं लिया था, राइट? तब भी उन्होंने क्लियरली ये नहीं बोला कि वो ड्रग नहीं लिया था. He said हमने कभी नहीं बोला है कि उसको उसने खुद लिया होगा करके. So that is what they are also, like what I'm talking about is when this goes to court. I'm trying to talk in terms of legalities. So that is what they are looking at, which means I have also heard another conversation where he met, I think Arun Singh, जो इस चैनल पे भी कभी आए हैं, उन्होंने भी समीर वांकड़े से कभी जाके मिले थे. तब उन्होंने समीर सर ने उनको बोला था कि हमने उसको ऐसे सिचुएशन में देखा है, which means he has seen lot more videos than we have, जहाँ पे सुशांत is in a very bad condition, which means they already know that he was drugged, but now the point is to prove that he didn't take drugs on his own, which we have already seen that there is no chat still now that have come out where he is anywhere it shows that he has taken anything on his own. Everything is the chats between all these people only talking about it. So basically with all this, even we are trying to help the case, not really deflect it away, but we are going by that because according to the law, it might be that they can prove that he has taken something. So our point is to prove that yes, he has never taken it by his own choice or by his knowledge or nothing, because we can see that even in those videos he is fighting it. He is like always, you can see it in his eyes that he's just fighting. He's still thinking, what's going on with me? That kind of thing is there in his eyes. So yeah. And I want to say something.
Can I add something here?
Amit sir.
Yeah, once again, Amrika. Yes, Emma, please complete your thought.
Okay. No, I was just saying that Amit ji भी जो बोल रहे थे वो भी सही बोल रहे थे, इसीलिए मैं वो चीज ऐड कर रही थी वीडियो में, just to show that कि वो जो clippings उस time आई थी, वो they were all planted in order to show that he was drugged. But if you think of the purpose that she took the video, it was already planned. राइट नहीं तो कौन ऐसे वल्नरेबल सिचुएशन में उनका उसका वीडियो लेगा ऐसा. सो दैट प्लान वाज ऑलरेडी डन कि व्हेन आई गेट इन ट्रबल these all things will be showed in the media. So that's how they planned, and according to the lawyer they released 1, 2, 3, but as soon as after the 3 videos, did you ever see any video? You didn't. Why? Because everything went against her, because none of the chats came out with the SSR taking drug. And then none of the people, all people like me or anybody who were analyzing, everybody पूरा उल्टा पड़ गया उसके ऊपर कि ये वीडियो क्यों ले रही थी, ये क्यों कर रही थी, वो क्यों. That's why, because I believe she has much more videos like this. मगर अगर वो वीडियो कभी भी रिलीज करेगी वो उसके ऊपर उल्टा ही पड़ेगा, because we will know that केस कितना vulnerable situation में उसने लिया होगा. That is why I think after 3 videos they stopped. Otherwise ये जो वीडियो है ना, ये सिर्फ just surface है. I am sure she has lot more videos which we don't want to see. And if I connect it with the न्याय जो मूवी का ट्रेलर जो आया था, remember the trailer? उस ट्रेलर में एक सीन जो दिखता है वहां पे, the way they show him so disturbed and the way he's acting, I am sure that is something that she has given them, right? So she has lot more in her basket. She's just not got it out because it's not working for her.
Okay, I'm going to take few other new people as well, and Amit and Rekha ji, just hold on if we have more questions. Arun ji, please go ahead.
Hey, Jai Bharat, Jai Shri Ram. Hey all. Good session once again, and so nice to see the type of analysis. A quick couple of points.
Everyone, जैसे कि अभी यहाँ पर जो डिस्कशन हो रही थी वरुण जी, और इसके आधार
one second
एक्सपीरियंस है इसके.
एक second Anuj, I think you're getting a lag. Arun was already talking. Just hold on for a few minutes, please. Arun, go ahead.
Okay, I thought I was speaking my voice.
Yeah. No,
it didn't sound like my voice also. Anyway.
Confused ho gaya tha. Looks like he has some lag. But
okay. And Freeze, I have a couple of things for the Freeze when he told. Freeze, bro. So the drugs which you're telling, right? That's actually a correct statement, because it doesn't need to be that drug alone. Personal as well as other experiences also I know. Even as bang, okay, and I'll be open with it. What's that? Everyone of us has done. Only they don't tell, we tell. Okay, bang, even a bang, right? Even a bang, if you take it in an extended manner, the next day you don't remember anything, right? That is the first part. You know that, right? Okay. Yeah, Freeze.
The point I'm trying to make in the second video, see the first video and the second video. I mentioned in the first video also that bhang may be aisa happy rehta hai. Bhang is a happy trip. It's an upper.
Yeah.
It's not it's not a downer.
Yeah.
But this second video one, he's down. He's lost.
That's where I'm coming at. Okay. Extended version of taking a drug for a very long time. Okay. And constantly making somebody feel bad, right? Feeling bad, make them feel depressed. When somebody does not know anything, he or she doesn't remember, you go on making a poking at him and saying, hey, you're handsome. And by the way, when he's saying you're handsome, she is not saying you're handsome. In the reverse, she's telling, actually making fun of him. Okay, constantly staying with him and keeping on doing this, what happens is it has a lot of effect on them mentally and psychologically. And this is there is a treatment therapy. This is another therapy they are trying to make Sushant collapse him internally also, is my thought. Yeah, exactly. Force him through long time, and this has been planned and well executed. these videos actually has this clear indications, and these are the ways. And as many people have told here, they are recording it constantly to show him the depression, the kind of depression they're trying to force, showcase that he's, gone cuckoo and all the stuff. And that's why I have come up with it. Okay.
There's possibilities that these people must have shown some very weird videos to him only after 2-3 days and told him, see how weird you're behaving. What's wrong with you, baby? What happened to you? Look how you're sitting. We're trying to talk to you and you're behaving like this. They must have done that also.
Yeah, I'll tell you one small example before I drop out. Okay. See, they're
psyching him. They're psyching him.
Exactly. So there are examples when we sometimes go, to a party, go over the board, and then the next day when we call our friends or call our dear ones, when they reprimand us, how do we feel about that? And this is done constantly to him, making him feel so psychologically upset. And that is what we could see in his face when they're saying, the second video you're showing now, he's not even looking at their face, that kind of, oh, what did I do now? That kind of feeling is coming in him. And this is a planned effort, man, to make him feel, these people are no less than criminals, no less than criminals to the core. Okay, thank you. That's what I wanted to put in. I'll drop out now. Yeah, you can continue.
Arunji, 1 second. Arunji, 1 second. Sorry. Just request you to stay there for 10 more seconds. I want to tie this thought back that you mentioned about, telling someone that they are handsome and, making them feel that way and showing the video back again. Does this tie back to a certain coffee show, a certain show on television where they would always ask, kill, marry, hook? Who do you think is good looking? Who is not good looking? Who would you want to have in your life as a boyfriend? Why is there such a distinct connection? That's number one. Number two, Freeze, you mentioned that, when you are drugged so strongly, there are marks and you end up hitting yourself and stuff like that. Yesterday on Instagram, on Twitter, there's this video of Sushant where he's playing the guitar and, abruptly he gets up and he leaves, and because someone is telling him that, your wound is showing very badly on the side. So, and I agree with you, there is definitely somebody standing there, and there are people who are doing this on purpose. So this is all connected. It is the way they operate. This is an established fact, and I'm more than sure about it. Just one last thing. I did not intend to say that he was not drugged. He's definitely drugged, but the kind of intellect that Sushant had, the kind of level and meditation that he used to do, I am 100% sure he knew something was going on with him. He was trying to evade that. He was trying to resist it. He was trying to walk away from it, but he did not know how they were doing it. So that's all the point that I wanted to make here, and I thought I should share it.
You're right, Amrika. To me, he is fighting with himself inside. He is fighting with himself inside. What's happening? Absolutely. Why am I behaving? Why all this is happening?
One last point. Yeah. One last point. Sorry, Arunji, just one last point. Also, Kangana, in one of her interviews, had categorically mentioned that there was a big superstar who was hospitalized in one of the very famous Bombay-based hospitals for a drug overdose when it was said that he had dengue or some other disease. And I am very sure it was a similar case with Sushant, and it wasn't really dengue.
And yeah, and one more thing, if you remember, I know I may not have that much information as you people, but I remember for sure that Sushant was taken to psychiatrist or a yes. long-term back. Yes. I think that is a starting point of them having a strategy how to defeat him. Slowly and steadily, they have framed a strategy, and drugs and everything was started from there, and that is before the Euro trip, na? Yeah.
See, first they gave him the drugs. They must have recorded and showed it to him, convinced him that there is something wrong. Only then he would have agreed to consult and go to a doc.
Absolutely. And that is the reason
they continuously blackmail. When you're sane, you show them the video and say, look, this is what you do. You don't know what you're doing when you're not in your...
that could be the reason, because he's feeling bad. He's not contacted his parents also. He's refusing, all this thing. They cut him off totally. So that, that they are only people who can see through them. right? That's why they cut him off totally, made him feel aloof, made him feel like a prisoner, and they were doing everything, man, to make him feel bad. I really, it's so demonic. Okay, thank you. Good night, and keep continuing. Good job, you all. Okay, Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.
So basically, to add to that, they convinced him by taking him to doctors, everything, that he was bipolar. So they had to convince him somehow. So all this was going on. Once he got convinced, then he was on that bipolar medicine. And then, first of all, when you're not bipolar, you take a bipolar medicine. That itself is dangerous. And on that, we don't know how else they were giving him things. So all that was adding up. So I think from March onwards is when he started leaving that medicine is when he started kind of come back into reality. And if you remember, that is when Disha also came into his life. She started working for him March, April, that time. And that is when he was doing little work, and he kind of came back to a normal, thing by May.
Rekha ji, Hema ji, you mentioned one more point, which was why she kept saying that, there is a lot of love, and a lot of affection. And in several cases that we see, going back to all that we've heard of, I have noticed that this is how it works with MDMA. Please confirm this if I'm right or wrong. And it's just that they will shower a whole lot of love on you, and then MDMA adds to it, and it makes you look like, this is like the best person you could have in your life, and nobody else could understand you better. So another point that I wanted to share.
Right. And you see, even this, whatever we did analysis today, right? I have not talked to Freeze about this whole thing. I have not. Only thing is he actually saw my videos few days back, and when he saw, I think it made sense to him that because he knows a little bit of that kind of that world, it made sense to him, and that's when he reached out to me yesterday. He reached out. He said, "Can I show one of your videos?" I said, "In Varun show," and I said, "Yes. I mean, you can show it anywhere. I don't mind. You can use my videos anywhere." So it's not like, I and Free sat and like we were like, okay, let's it was not like that, right? I made this videos long back in August, September. It's just that
this is exactly what's done to even Karan. He will not jump from a 12th floor. That is why I got into this movement. This is exactly why I got into this movement, because when I saw this video last year and the 3 to 4 drops, it struck my mind that I knew that this is exactly what was done to Karan. And this is what these people are doing. They're making these people high and commit all this stuff. That's why I got it. Sorry, I got emotional.
You're so right, Freeze. Yeah. And what I also realized, sorry, Varun, just one last point is this is happening at different levels. So at the outside, they are psychologically playing with your mind, and in coffee shows, asking people to kill you, or whether they would hook with you, or whether you're good looking or not. Then there are blind articles. Then there is somebody at home who's telling you, no, but for me, you're the best, and drugging him, and trying to get all the confidence in his life, and then utilizing all the funds to do all the gory things that they want to do around his life. So isn't this like really established, and is it like so much of a rocket science that I mean, sorry, I don't want to say more, but
yeah,
taking too long.
Yeah. Let me take Anuj here to get a kind of a new perspective, and I think he was trying to say something around this experience. Please go ahead.
जी शुक्रिया वरुण जी। और मैं यही कहना चाह रहा था कि जैसे कि अभी बात हो रही थी कि कि उनको ड्रग किया जा रहा था, एंड वो खुद को स्लैप कर रहे थे या जो भी है। तो इस पे मैं यही पॉइंट रखना चाह रहा हूँ कि मेरा फ्रेंड है, एंड अभी तो वो ठीक हो चुका है, अभी उनको कोई इश्यूज नहीं है। तो उनके साथ भी ऐसा ही हुआ था, हालांकि उनको कोई ड्रग नहीं किया गया था, वो खुद से ले रहे थे क्योंकि उनको एक नशा सा हो गया था। सो मैंने उनको खुद देखा है इस चीज पे कि सडनली जब वो बहुत ज्यादा ओवरडोज ले लेते थे, हालांकि सब मतलब बहुत कोशिश करते थे, अब वो सडनली कहीं ना कहीं चले जाते थे, एंड समहाउ वो अगर नहीं भी आ पाते थे तो जो भी इलाके के जो लोग होते थे वो घर पे छोड़ के जाते थे। तो मैंने 1-2 बार उनको जिस तरह से देखा है, वो खुद को मीन्स पंच कर रहे थे एंड स्लैप कर रहे थे, ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें मैंने खुद देखी है। तो ये चीज मैं आप सभी से बिल्कुल अग्री करता हूँ कि ये चीज बिल्कुल हुआ है उनके साथ। और उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि ये वो कैसे निकले इस सिचुएशन से। वो ज़रूर कोशिश बहुत ज़्यादा कर रहे थे और इसीलिए ही ऐसी खबरें भी आई थी कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा गुस्सा थे रिया चक्रवर्ती से भी। बट समहाउ वो उनको किसी तरह से ऐसे फँसा के रखा गया था कि वो कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे थे एंड बहुत ही दुःख की बात है और आज हम ऐसा सिचुएशन में हैं कि हम अभी भी लड़ तो रहे हैं, सही बात है। लेकिन कब तक ये न्याय मिल पाएगा, नहीं मिल पाएगा, अभी इसका कोई जवाब कहीं से भी नहीं है। और दूसरी बात है, मैं एक छोटा-सा पॉइंट रखना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप सभी लोग इस पे रोशनी दें, क्योंकि ये बात मैंने बहुत बार सोशल मीडिया में भी उठाई है, लेकिन बहुत लोग नहीं इस पे शायद नज़र दिए हैं। वरुण जी, मैं आपसे यही पूछ रहा हूँ कि जो दिल बेचारा जो मूवी बनाई गई थी, उसके पीछे मुझे जो लगता है बहुत बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी सुशांत के साथ। तो इस पर आपका क्या टेक है? मतलब आप क्या इस पे सोचते हैं? आप सभी लोग अगर इस पे अपना व्यू रखें तो अच्छा रहेगा। क्योंकि मुझे लगता है दिल बेचारा मूवी उनके खिलाफ बहुत बड़ी कॉन्स्पिरेसी की गई थी। जिस तरह से
बिल्कुल सही।
उनका दाहिना पैर ब्रेक किया गया था एंड सडनली जो वो महेश भट्ट साहब ने अ, अपने सोशल मीडिया में भी शेयर किया। ऐसे बहुत सारे पिक्चर्स, ऐसे बहुत सारी न्यूज़ हम लोगों ने देखी है। तो अभी आप थोड़ा-सा इसके ऊपर अगर थोड़ा कुछ डालें अपना।
मैं इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा ही बोलूंगा. ऑब्वियसली आई लेट एवरीवन एल्स स्पीक एज वेल.
जी,
द
बिल्कुल।
मोमेंट आई सॉ दैट मूवी, जब मैंने मूवी देखी थी, आई कुड नॉट इवन बिलीव. वो ऐसे लग रही है कि दैट वाज अ वेरी वेल प्लान्ड लास्ट मूवी ऑफ अ सुपरस्टार, जिसके अंदर बहुत ही स्ट्रेटेजिकली प्लेस्ड कुछ सीन्स थे, कुछ डायलॉग्स थे, कुछ वर्ड्स थे, जो शायद जैसे इट कुड बी कोइंसिडेंटल. आई डोंट वांट टू से इट वाज ऑल प्लान्ड, बट दे कुड बी वेरी कोइंसिडेंटल. बट जिस तरह से पूरी पिक्चर के अंदर द वे ही वाज शोन, इट कुड हैव बीन समथिंग एल्स. This movie was planned 2.5, almost 3 years before. So, you know, there are certain pieces of that movie which were almost identical to Sushant's life. Uh, but at the same time, मैं यही बोलूँगा कि I don't want to comment कि जानबूझ के सब कुछ किया गया था. हालांकि जो साइंस थे, जो आप पोस्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों ने पोस्ट भी डाली थी. दे ऑल काइंड ऑफ एक तरफ से हमें लेके वहीं जाते हैं कि इट वाज ऑल लाइक प्लान एंड स्ट्रेटेजिकली. बट एट द सेम टाइम द वो क्या नाम है उसका, द डायरेक्टर हु हैज दिस
मुकेश छाबड़ा, मुकेश छाबड़ा।
मुकेश
हाँ,
छाबड़ा।
Mukesh Chabra. Right. I mean, he has, again, I'll let Freeze add more about him. Maybe he knows more about Mukesh Chabra, but from what I have seen is he is also into the close circles of these Bollywood druggies and all that stuff. He is one of the key players as well, and he would know a lot. And if everybody, हमने देखी भी है pictures, he was also supposedly there at the crime scene. Why was he there? I don't know.
Can I
Yes,
add something here?
yes, please.
Okay, I want to add something here. See, the I don't know about the movie because I haven't watched the movie, but it is so possible because Mukesh Chabra, like I'm telling it, like वो कोई दूध का दुला हुआ तो है नहीं. Even though they show like he's like so close to him, and as soon as he died, he released all these videos of like good friendship with him and all. But the person, I think, like when Sanjana Sanghi or Sanjana Sangvi, I don't know the last name, when that heroine, she put the case on him, right? Like, or she came out with that essay stuff on Sushant. She kept quiet for 1 week, right? Why
Yes, ma'am.
did she keep quiet? She is been given a break by Mukesh Chabra. That's her most first movie. She got a break in that movie. The only person who could benefit from that news, because any publicity, whether it is good or bad, is good for a movie. Even if it's a bad publicity, even if it's for a week, people will like want to go and watch it just because they heard that something happened between Sushant and the heroine. So they will want to go watch it. So in order to create that bad publicity, it is so possible that this person itself planted it. And that is the reason that heroine would keep it, because when as soon as unka death ka ye hua and she her interview came up, I could see so much pain in the way she was talking and the way she was telling, and she was telling, I'm going to quit Bollywood and all this thing. I mean, she is back in Bollywood now, but you could see in that interview also the way she was talking that there was someone who probably told her, just keep quiet, it's just for a week, it's okay. after that you can come clear with it, हमें publicity मिल जाएगा movie के लिए. This is what would have happened, because a heroine would not come out and tell that because she is trying to make a Bollywood future. So I think that behind that, I think Chabra was there, and I think that is why for Sushant it was so hard, because all the friends, even the close friends, were deceiving him right and left.
बिल्कुल मैम, इस पे मैं सिर्फ एक पॉइंट और रखना चाह रहा हूँ, उसके बाद मैं अपना बात खत्म कर दूंगा. मैं जस्ट थोड़ा सा अलग पॉइंट हो सकता है. हमने देखा था कि 14 जून को एक मेकअप आर्टिस्ट जो है वो निकल रहे थे सुशांत माउंट ब्लैंक से. सो ये पॉसिबिलिटीज तो अभी बहुत सारे लोग, बहुत सारे तो क्या मैं कहूंगा, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट 100% मैं कह सकता हूँ कि लोग यही कहते हैं कि जो भी उनके शरीर पे चोटें थी, और क्योंकि पूरा शरीर पे उनका चोट पूरा भरा हुआ था, लेकिन मुंबई पुलिस ने तो कोई रियलाइज किया ही नहीं, क्योंकि उनको तो बस केस दबाना था. तो मेकअप आर्टिस्ट जो वहां पर पहुंचे थे, उनका क्या मतलब, वहां पर पहुंचने का तो कोई मतलब ही नहीं बनता है. वरुण जी एंड मैम जो भी यहाँ पर अभी उपलब्ध हैं, तो वो किस बेसिस पे पहुंचे थे, और उनको क्यों नहीं इंटरोगेट किया जाता है, क्योंकि उनको इंटरोगेट करना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि वो एक तो वो रिया चक्रवर्ती के मेकअप आर्टिस्ट थे, सबसे पहली बात. दूसरी चीज, ऐसे क्राइम सीन पे मेकअप आर्टिस्ट का रहना ही बहुत बड़ा सवाल खड़ा कर देता है. वरुण जी.
Yeah. Freeze, I don't know if you want to say something. Yeah, Amit.
I'll just say, since you asked about Chabra, all I can say is he's good friends with Anurag. You know who Anurag I'm talking about. And इनकी चिट्टिया और चाकड़िया और चांडाल चौकड़ी हम बाद में खोलेंगे. We'll stick to our topic and our subject today. And all I'll say, he's good friends with Anurag. And if you guys remember कि जब भी PR के लिए रिया को पूछा गया था, तो वो किसके पास गई थी? वो अनुराग के पास ही गई थी. तो ये सब साले मिले हुए. प्लीज कंटिन्यू, आई विल कम बैक.
Okay, Amit.
या ये मुकेश छाबड़ा के बारे में कुछ कहना था मेरे को. मुकेश छाबड़ा को जितना देर वीडियोस में हमने एनालिसिस की, मैं तो प्रैक्टिकली पहचानता नहीं उनको ठीक से, उससे ये समझ में आता है कि इनका जब ये रिया चक्रवर्ती जब नार्कोटिक की जो उनकी पूछताछ हो रही थी, उस वक्त रिया ने मुकेश छाबड़ा का भी नाम लिया था कि वो भी ड्रग्स लेते हैं, अगर आपको याद होगा. और मुकेश छाबड़ा ने ये भी कहा था कि रिया पर मैं डिफॉर्मेशन केस करूंगा, ठीक है ना. उसके बाद ये केस दब गया. मतलब आप ये समझो कि जितने लोग आपने देखे थे सुशांत के घर में 14 तारीख को, सारे के सारे लोग, इवन द पुलिस भी है कि नहीं वो पता नहीं, वो सब ये थिएटर आर्टिस्ट भी हो सकते हैं, कोई भी हो सकते हैं, सारे के सारे लोग पहले से प्लांटेड थे. और आपने अगर गौर से देखा होगा कि सुशांत के प्रीमिसेस के अंदर पहले से एक एम्बुलेंस मौजूद थी, उसके बाद मीडिया आई थी. तो ये सारा चीज पहले से ही प्लान की गई थी, और उसके बाद इसको एग्जीक्यूशन में शायद प्रॉब्लम हो गई, तभी जाके सारा लूप होल समझ में आ रहा है हमें. और एक वीडियो आपने मिस कर गया, अगर आपको पास हो तो मैं एक बार आपको भेजूंगा. वहां पर आप देखोगे कि जब संदीप सिंह मीतू दीदी को कंधे में हाथ रख कर एक गाड़ी में घुसाते हैं, उस गाड़ी के सामने वाले सीट पे मुकेश छाबड़ा बैठा हुआ था. अगर आपने देखा होगा वो वीडियो, मुकेश छाबड़ा उस गाड़ी के सामने वाला फ्रंट सीट पे बैठा हुआ था. मतलब मुकेश छाबड़ा knows everything, and this guy is such a shameless guy, जिन्होंने फिल्म निकाली सुशांत के नाम से, और कुछ सहानुभूति तो छोड़ो, उसके बारे में आवाज उठाने की कुछ सोची ही नहीं उसने, ठीक है ना. तो इन लोगों को डिस्कशन करना ही नहीं चाहिए आपको, ये अदालत का काम है. ये अब तो सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये है कि मुकेश छाबड़ा को क्यों नहीं पुलिस ने पूछताछ की. मुकेश छाबड़ा भी पूछताछ के लायक बनता है कि नहीं? सुरजीत सिंह राठौर भी बनता है, वो भाग गया, है ना. सुरजीत सिंह राठौर था, वो बीच में वो भाग गया. हाँ, मुकेश छाबड़ा, उसको पूछताछ नहीं हो रही है. दीज आर द थिंग्स विच शुड कम क्रिस्टल एंड क्लियर, क्योंकि ये केस दिन पे दिन और लिंगर होना नहीं चाहिए. अगर हम जैसे लेमैन बैठ के एनालिसिस करते हैं, इतना पॉइंट्स उतार लेते हैं, तो उनके पास तो 100% एविडेंस होगा आज के तारीख पर. उनको तो आना चाहिए बाहर. why they keeping their some shut and keeping their mum? ये बहुत आश्चर्य वाला बात है. एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट आर द कनेक्शंस, क्या होगा, हम पर फिर भी हमें न्याय प्रणाली पर भरोसा करना चाहिए, मैं फिर भी कहूंगा। लेकिन
सर
भरोसा
एक
करने
पॉइंट
की,
ये था ना कि रिया चक्रवर्ती जो थी वो कह रही थी कि लाइक इंटरव्यू में कि सुशांत तो 1 साल पहले ही सुसाइड कर लेता था। तो
हाँ वो
इसका
तो उस
मतलब
पे
तो
राजू
यही होता है
सरदेसाई
कि
को
एक
कह रहे
साल
थे। हाँ
पहले से ही इनकी प्लानिंग चल रही थी किसी ना किसी तरह से एसएसआर को इस तरह से खत्म कर दिया जाए, डिप्रेशन थ्योरी एंड ये सब सब स्प्रेड करके, क्योंकि अदरवाइज ये सब क्योंकि 2 महीने या 3 महीने में इतना बड़ा ब्रूटल मर्डर करना ये बिल्कुल भी पॉसिबल है ही नहीं सर, किसी भी तरह से पॉसिबल नहीं।
अगर
बिल्कुल प्री प्लान था, ये फुल ऑफ प्री
सब
प्लान।
आवाज उठा के ये सब नहीं होता तो आज मेरे को मालूम पड़ा, मैं तो पिक्चर देखता नहीं हूँ, आज अभी अनुज ने बोला तो क्या नैरेटिव रहता कि एक लड़का आया था, काम किया, दिल बेचारा बेचारा लड़का सुसाइड कर लिया, ये
राइट राइट,
नैरेटिव चला
एब्सोल्युटली 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 एब्सोल्युटली, यही होता है।
एंड ऑल्सो
क्योंकि यही चीज करण के साथ भी यही चीज किया इन लोग ने, कि बैंगलोर से आया म्यूजिशियन करने, इधर सिटी का हैंडल नहीं कर सका, ठीक है, और ऊपर से उड़ी मार दिया, ऐसे किया इन लोग ने।
एंड ऑल्सो हेलो,
Yes, please go ahead.
oh I thought, okay, take someone, I forgot. Please told
अच्छा,
something and I forgot my
okay,
point.
रेखा जी प्लीज मेक ए पॉइंट।
हाँ जी, तो एक्चुअली क्या है कि एविडेंसेस की तो भरमार है, लाइक वेदर you like cannot stop talking once you start speaking about them, whether it is the role of the police, whether it is wearing gloves, whether it is circumstantial evidences being carried away, I mean things being carried away in the bag, बॉडी का देखो आप, कोई भी हाइट देखो सुशांत की, लाइक वी हैव टू कीप ऑन स्पीकिंग अबाउट दैट, वी हैव टू गो ऑन। मेरे को बहुत खुशी हुई, लाइक दिस इज दिस recall of the events we are going, we have to fight it out, Varun ji and everybody here, like we are thinking, we are going again and again and discussing, because over a period of time these things will fade away, we don't want those to fade। चाहे वो दरवाजे की बात हो, मैं बोलती हूँ कि घर में कोई भी चीज होती है उससे आप तोड़ने की कोशिश करते हो, इनका क्या इंटरोगेशन लिया गया कि इन्होंने क्यों नहीं किया, क्या नहीं किया। कीज जो डुप्लीकेट थी, गार्ड जो था वो गायब हो गया, आजू बाजू कोई क्या नेबर्स से भी इंटरोगेशन किया जाता है, नेबर्स को भी आप जाकर के पूछते हैं वे वर दे, उस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे कहाँ थे, क्या वो नेबर्स के साथ कोई उनका रिलेशन नहीं था क्या, कभी आप किसी को बुलाते नहीं हो आपके नेबर्स वगैरह, बिकॉज इट वाज 6 floors, राइट? if I'm not wrong, that how many floors did that building have,
Seven.
और उसके बाद कोई ईंट पत्थर नहीं होता है, कोई हाहाकार नहीं होती है, कोई नेबर्स, मतलब उस बिल्डिंग के तो छोड़ो, साइड वाली बिल्डिंग के कोई लोग होते हैं, क्या आपने गार्ड को आवाज लगाई, क्या गार्ड का कोई वर्जन आया है सामने, वो कौन था, मतलब आप कहीं से भी उठा लो, बात करना आप कहीं से भी शुरू कर लो, चाहे वो गले के मार्क्स थे, चाहे वो कपड़ा था, चाहे उसकी टेंसाइल स्ट्रेंथ थी, चाहे एक कपड़े का टुकड़ा ऊपर था तो दूसरा नीचे जो था वो कहाँ है जो गले में था सुशांत के। these are the recent thing which I said, that एक कपड़ा जो अगर आपने काटा था तो एक तो आपके पंखे पे अटका हुआ था, दूसरा जो था वो तो आपने जब काटा था तो सुशांत के गले में होना चाहिए ना। तो जब इन्होंने उसको उतारा था तो मीतू जब आई थी तो क्या मीतू के लिए आपने ये नहीं दिखाया गले से आप हटाओगे क्या वो कपड़ा, वो तो गले के अंदर ही आप दिखाना चाहोगे ना कि भाई हाँ इस तरीके से उसने सुसाइड किया, जो भी हो, चाहे वो सिद्धार्थ पिठानी का फोटो नहीं लेना, चाहे 5 लोगों का मौजूद होना, उसमें से सिर्फ 2 ही लोगों से आपने सिद्धार्थ और नीरज जो है उनसे इंटरोगेट किया है, मतलब अगर 2 या 3 जन बॉडी को उतार रहे थे तो बाकी जन फोटो तो ले सकते थे, जो बाकी घर के लोग थे वो कहाँ थे, देखा तो सब नहीं है। So I don't understand, मतलब मैं कहीं से भी आप उठा लो, कोई भी चीज उठा लो, there are innumerable things which we can go on speaking endlessly, so we know it clearly. मैं तो इस बात को भी बोल चुकी हूँ कई बार कि जब बार आज फिर से बोल रही हूँ, चाहे मैं 10वीं बार बोल रही हूँ, 20वीं बार बोल रही हूँ, आई जस्ट वांट टू से दैट जब इन्होंने देखा कि 1-2 घंटे तक सुशांत ने घर दरवाजा नहीं खोला और मीतू ने कहा कि वो 15 मिनट्स में आ रही है, तो जब उन्होंने ये बात की इंफॉर्मेशन दे दी है कि हम कि वो दरवाजा नहीं खोल रहा है, दैट मीन्स उस वक्त तक इन्होंने न कोई चाबी वाले को ढूंढा था, न कोई चाबी वाले का मतलब कोई पता लगाया था, और 15 मिनट को मीतू को आने में तो इतनी देर में उन्होंने सर्व करके और न चाबी वाले को भी ढूंढा और उसको
ये बात कर चुके हैं ना
उसके
रेखा
साथ
जी,
कम्युनिकेट भी किया व्हाट्सएप
कर
पे,
चुके हैं
एंड
ना।
ही कम्स आल्सो, ही टेक्स द बॉडी डाउन आल्सो, एंड 15 मिनट्स अभी तक नहीं हुए। और मीतू जी, ये तो टाइमलाइन, द एविडेंस इज द फोन पे टाइम कितना
ये बात
था,
कर चुके हैं ना रेखा
मतलब
जी।
मीतू
तो
के फोन पे मीतू ने कितने बजे फोन किया था मीतू को, सिद्धार्थ इन लोगों ने कितने बजे फोन किया था, और उस चाबी वाले को कितने बजे फोन किया था, और वो कब आया, ये सब तो पुलिस के लिए इट शुड बी वेरी इजी।
Okay. Yes, I'm going to take one last comment. Guru, I think you wanted to just give a last comment. Please go ahead.
मैं तो बोल रहा था कि सुशांत के सामने ही उसका मर्डर का डेमो दिखाया गया था स्टार प्लस के वो समझ नहीं पाया कि उसका मर्डर कैसे होगा, उसका डेमो दिखाया गया था ना उस लाइव शो में।
Yeah, I will definitely
आप YouTube पे देख लीजिए, वो वीडियो मिल जाएगा आपको।
Sure.
I think जो गुरु पदा जी बोल रहे हैं वो शायद ये बोल रहे हैं, जो झलक दिखला जाए या किसी में एक डांस परफॉर्मेंस किया था उसने ना, उसमें जो एंड में वो मर जाता है और फांसी लगा लेता है, वही बात कर रहे हैं ना। हाँ, तो उससे
अरे बाबा, लेकिन
वो तो
अगर
जस्ट
मैं एक
डांस शो
एक्टर
था।
हूँ, इफ आई एम एन एक्टर और मेरे को एक रोल दिया गया, अभी मैं उसको कैसे सोचूं पहले कि ऐसा मेरे को मारने वाले, कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा किसको?
राइट
नहीं मालूम पड़ेगा ना, कौन कैसे सोचेगा वैसा?
राइट। सो वो उस डायरेक्शन से मत सोचिए, वो एक्चुअली वहां पे जस्ट परफॉर्मेंस कर रहा था, बट उस वीडियो से एक अच्छी चीज निकल के आई थी कि वो किस तरह वो अपना हाथ पकड़ा था उसको डालने के लिए, तो दैट वाज एक्चुअली एट दैट टाइम आई रिमेम्बर वाज रिलेटेड टू वो ऐसा इस कहाँ पे वो मार्क था ना, वो ऐसा फांसी लगा ही नहीं सकता है, तो दैट वाज दे वर ट्राइंग टू यूज दैट वीडियो टू शो दैट अगर वो फांसी लगाता तो उसका हाथ इस तरह जाता करके। सो आई रिमेम्बर दैट कोरिलेशन विद दैट वीडियो। सो
और अगर ऐसा है तो कितने बड़े हरामी लोग हैं इन लोग।
Sorry, what?
Anyway, you'll talk. I have something to again coming back to that. You take everybody, and then I have a paragraph which I want to read it out.
Okay, so let me just finish off. Then
Yes,
please you can go ahead.
Please.
So yeah, I just want to say कि I think उसका दिमाग मारने का प्लान तो ऑलरेडी पहले से ही बना, लाइक रिया जब एंटर हुई तभी से चल रहा था। So basically मुझे लगता है कि they wanted to swindle out of his money, take everything that he has, everything that he's working on. So there was this group of people, the Animal Planet people that wanted to do this. So they had already planned to kill him, but they planned to kill him in a way that कि ये ड्रग ओवरडोज, एक दिन हमें सुनाई देता कि कहीं गोवा में ड्रग ओवरडोज होके चला गया वो, एंड हमें वी वुड नॉट हैव बीन एबल टू डू एनीथिंग, बट दिस ultimately it happened this way because Disha came into it. Then these people knew much more information than whatever was going on, right? Not only what he was working on, but then they started stumbling into a lot of things because he was trying to do a lot of NGO stuff. He was trying to do something for the kids, street kids. So because of all that, he got into something where he found something, and that is when all these things, it became into a murder. And we were able to now we are at least fighting for him. But I think we would have been in a situation, क्योंकि अगर ये murder अभी नहीं हुआ होता तो भी एक ना एक दिन मुझे लगता है कि that plan was already been made. He would have gone. अगर ये कुछ नहीं होता तो वो रिया के साथ रहता और कहीं गोवा में रहता, ले जाती तो वहां पे कहीं overdose होके खत्म, and nobody would have known. So I think at least now we are at least able to fight for him in this way.
वरुण जी, एक पॉइंट ऐड करूं